This is Prog Palace Radio. I'm John Hernandez. Today, I have a member from one of the most influential prog and power metal bands of all time, Alex from Rhapsody of Fire. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to me today.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be online with you.
The album Dark Wings of Steel is already out in Europe. It'll be released here in the United States on December 3rd and in Japan on December 25th. I always like to do a little bit of background first. When did you first start making music?
We started actually I was playing piano as a kid, and then I was playing a little bit of guitar. I was messing around with keyboards and piano again, Then suddenly I met Luca in the beginning of the 90s, and we just thought, we had a good feeling about each other, and we decided to start composing right away, I didn't even know what composing meant, so we just started right away, and experiment stuff, throwing ideas, and so that was the start, and year after year, demos after demo, and developing many things, many ideas. We got to the point that we were ready to release our first album in '97.
Wow, very cool. You're talking about starting at a young age. So are you self-taught or did you take lessons?
I took lessons of piano, but this was very helpful for me. Of course, as a player, but also the experience we had listening classical music, soundtracks, and watching movies. If you put everything together, this was a very big help for me. We were born in a very nice town between the sea and the mountains. So we got really this influence from the nature, which is very strong. We always felt this connection with the nature. And so by combining all these things together and with the will to do something special in music, we just applied everything we had, So I've studied how to arrange for an orchestra, reading a few books, It's not that I never go to the conservatory or stuff like that, I just try to do my best with the skill I have.
Very cool. When you were younger, what were the bands that really influenced you?
Well, I was listening to pop, to rock, to heavy metal, so it's really like a combination of everything. But of course, when in the 80s, I really loved bands like Crimson Glory or King Diamond, Ingrid Malmsteen, or Van Halen. There's so many bands, and a collection of the best titles, Anyway, a lot of good bands were born in the 80s and the 90s, and I know all of them,
Very cool.
From rock to metal to prog, many bands.
Very cool. The music has changed so much over the years. So what are your more favorite bands this day and age?
Mm-hmm. Well, difficult because I didn't listen too much of music in the last 3 years. Actually, Alter Bridge is the only band I listen, to say the truth, So beside that, I listen to soundtracks. I try anyway to keep my mind very clean, and listening just stuff that doesn't disturb my composition. You know what I mean?
Very cool, very cool. Okay, let's get into Rhapsody of Fire. Who is the current lineup, and what do they contribute to the band?
Oh, well, very good question. So we have Alex and Oliver Holzfarth, and they play drums and bass. They are brothers, of course, and I'm very happy with them. They really are a machine, They are really united as person and as musician. They played already together many times in many records, played live, so it's really cool to see them play, Of course, we have Fabio Lione, and now we have Robbie De Micheli, which is the new guitar player, and is not a guy that jumped out of the blue, but me, Luca Turilli, and Robbie, we found at the time the very first version of Rhapsody of Fire, So Robbie was playing with us already, for a few years. We record some demos and stuff, So he's no stranger to the band. That's why I decided to call him and to ask him to join the band, So it's really cool because he's a big friend of mine and he's a really devoted musician and very modest and aware of his skills.
Very cool. Rhapsody of Fire's new album is called Dark Wings of Steel. Tell me how you guys come up with that name.
I asked Fabio to write the lyrics, and he had some titles already in mind, and I really liked that one, and I wanted to have a cover artwork which display something really cool, something really powerful, and I thought about the wings. I really liked the idea. Then I started to make some drawing of the cover, and then I took some time to decide, but in the end, it was kind of obvious to create the cover that we created and to place the title that I liked the most.
Very cool, very cool. What was the writing process like for this album?
Oh, we started a few years ago, I have to say, and I had my brother writing songs also a few years ago, and actually it was I asked him to write some songs because I really thought he had some unexpressed talent, So he sent me some songs, and I was really surprised, So I decided to put my hands on it and arrange it the way I like to do, and so I can say this Rhapsody of Fire album was written by me and my brother. I'm very happy about that, So the collaboration of also the other band members was important in the recording process. Okay, I did everything, drums, bass, I programmed everything for the demo, but of course in the studio it's up to them to give the real feeling and the real power to the instruments, And Fabio this time wrote all the lyrics, and Roberto took care about all the guitars. So it was a big thing,
Very cool. Where was this album recorded at?
Oh, well, we started in Germany, Munich, in the studio of Sebastian Roder, which is our front of house engineer. He has a studio too. He does recordings and mixing, of course. And so we recorded the drums there. Then in a studio of a friend of mine in Trieste, we recorded guitars, bass, and choirs. At my home studio, we recorded the vocals. And in Macedonia, we recorded the orchestra. So was the total of 4 studios involved in this production.
Wow, very cool. From beginning to end, how long did it take to record this?
Oh, well, it's not easy because I say we started in May and finished it in September, but it was not working every day. It was a little bit, in some periods were very full, and some other periods were we were just, still in process of composing songs. So that was anyway the period.
Very cool. Rhapsody of Fire has been around for a long time. You guys have put out some amazing, long, just powerful, epic albums and songs. What separates this new album from your other albums?
Before to start composing it, and I really wanted to do something different. I love all the albums we did in the past, and I have no regrets. But with Dark Wings of Steel, I really wanted to give more value to the band, to the sound of the band. So starting with the drums and going to the bass, and and especially for the guitars, I really wanted heavier guitars, and I didn't want to oppress the band with so many orchestration, and I didn't want that. So for me, the priority was the sound of the band, and of course the vocals, and then the arrangements and the environment that I built around the songs. So Dark Wings of Steel sound for sure more direct, more organic, and like more an heavy metal band. So still maintaining the Rhapsody of Fire symphonic touch.
Very cool, very cool. Is this a concept album, or do all the songs stand on their own?
No, it's not a saga. We didn't want to start a saga, not me or Luca wanted again to start a saga, not a concept, not even a concept album, So the songs are of course connected because there is some emotion, some magic, some poetry which connect all the lyrics, and especially because Fabio wrote all of them. So It's I would say that musically, lyrically, the album is more accessible. You know, it is not easy to listen. It takes time to get it. You know, you cannot understand everything after one or two listening, but you really need some time, and this is always good for me. You know.
Very cool. On this album, do you have a particular song that stands out to you, kind of as a favorite, or one that's a little bit nearer and dearer to you?
No, not really. I think I look at the album like as a whole thing, you know, a whole piece of music. You know, of course, I like. If I start telling which the song I like, I end up to say every title, so it makes no sense.
Very cool. Very cool. Rhapsody of Fire has always had just the most amazing artworks on all their albums. This one here, how did all the artwork come together for this album?
As I said before, you know, I wanted, after reading the title that Fabio proposed me, and I really liked the idea to display some wings on the cover, you know, and then by drawing, while searching for images, and then in the end I said, oh, maybe I want to have a dragon, but I didn't want to have the typical Rhapsody of Fire dragon, you know. So I started do some drawing, and I sent the drawing to Felipe Machado, which is taking care of about the Rhapsody artwork since the 3 albums, and he started working on it, and it took some weeks by exchanging files and opinion, and then I got convinced it was a good thing to do, and you know, I have received the actual CD. I have it here, and it looks so much better than compared to the JPEG that I was used to check. You know, so it really looks very cool.
Agreed. It seems a little darker than some of the past album work. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any videos planned for this album?
Well, we have a plan to do one, and we are a bit late with that, but we are shooting it in 2 weeks. We are shooting a video in 2 weeks, and the location is just fantastic. It looks like a movie, and I'm really looking forward to do it. You know, so I hope for end of December, you know, beginning of next year we will release it.
Very cool, very cool. Are you guys starting to get any tour dates together for this album?
Yeah, we are working with our agency All Access. We are evaluating some ideas. Probably we are going to start in Europe in beginning of next year. Hopefully we'll play as much as possible, starting with Summer Festival, and maybe in fall come back in United States. After that, maybe in South America. Everything is possible, and the band is ready, you know. So we are 5 band members now, the best lineup ever that I could dream of. We are ready to play at any time. I'm very excited about it.
Very cool. I absolutely love that answer. Aside from Rhapsody of Fire, do you have any other projects are you working on or plan to work on?
Oh no, not really, no. I wanted to do a solo album, and actually I was already working on it, but after the friendly split with Luca, I think that I want to keep my concentration on Rhapsody of Fire, you know, because before it was Luca and myself, we share a lot of things, and so the job was done by 2 people. Now, despite every band members has his own role in the band, I manage almost everything, you know, so I even I'm the webmaster of my own website, you know, so I do really a lot of stuff. I have no time for other things, you know. I really want Rhapsody of Fire to be my priority.
Very cool, very cool. What advice would you give a new band that's just getting started out there and trying to make it in the music world as of today?
For me, these questions are the most difficult ones, you know. I would say just maybe to be themselves, to not copy anyone, and to investigate what is missing in the market or in the music field they would like to be known, and work on that, you know, just propose something new.
Very cool. Where can people find Rhapsody of Fire online?
Well, rhapsodyofire.com is the official website, and of course on Facebook. We are all there, you know.
Awesome. Do you have any final words you'd like to leave to all these awesome people listening in?
Oh my God, yeah, of course. It was a pleasure to tour in US. The last time was really fun, and there's no day I think to come back and play another tour, you know. So wait for us because we are coming.